Bob remembered how he and his brothers used to argue at the breakfast table most mornings. It didn't take much for us to start arguing, he thought. In those days, it was a quick breakfast for me and then delivering drugs before school. Then he remembered Frankie Lewis. "Come on, Dad," said Jack, interrupting Bob's thoughts. "Right," said Bob, jumping up from the table. "Are you ready?" he asked. "Yes, let's go," Susan and Jack shouted together. At the track, several riders were in the pits with their bikes while others were doing practice laps, trying to improve on their time. Some were just riding around the circuit, making sure their bikes were in perfect condition for the big race. Bob had work to do in the garage. "You two can stay here and watch if you like," he said to Jack and Susan. Jack wanted to go with his father, but Susan decided to stay in the pits and talk to the riders. "I think Susan's in love," laughed Jack as he followed his father off the track. "Shut up, you idiot," said Susan, her face red. Susan was dressed in her best jeans and a t-shirt. She didn't seem to mind that she was covered in dust each time a rider rode in and out of the pits. She was waiting for Mario to ride in. Suddenly, there he was. The riders all looked so handsome, but not as handsome as Mario, she thought, and went to talk to him. He was tall with curly black hair. He smiled at Susan, and they started to talk. "I've ridden in many motocross championships," Mario told her in a strong Spanish accent. "I've also ridden in enduro championships." "Tell me about enduro, Mario," Susan said quietly, looking into his eyes. Susan knew exactly what enduro was, but she wanted Mario to tell her. She loved the way he spoke.